So there is a question for working moms. How do you manage work life, and how do you manage taking kids to therapies, dealing with their behaviors, and how to balance the life? My answer was delegation and automation. So if you're a working mother, that means you're earning. And if you're earning, that means a percentage of your earnings you should be able to invest in making your life easy, making your life automatic. And so you have to identify in a whole day what are the things that you don't like doing. Suppose you love cooking, then you should cook. But what if you don't like cooking? What if cooking gives you so much stress? Then you need to hire a cook. Some households are obsessing about that they want to have food like हमें तो तुम्हारे हाथ का ही खाना खाना है, or they want food cooked by you only, or food cooked by mother's hand or wife's hand or bahu's hands only. In that case, you can take help, just for chopping vegetables, kneading the dough, atta gutna, sabzi katna, and all that things around the actual cooking. So that reduces a lot of burden, even if you are doing the actual cooking. But if rest of the things are done by a maid or a help, that reduces a lot of burden. What is the most challenging time of the day? For me, the most challenging time of the day is morning. So what I do is I always try and keep a help in the morning hours, someone who can come early, someone who can wake me up with a tea, or someone who can make my breakfast, pack my tiffin at the same time when I'm getting ready. So then do you love teaching your kid? Do you love studying with your kid? Is it a good time to bond with your kid, or is it a challenging time to bond with your kid? So if teaching your kid is giving you too much stress, then you have to find a teacher for your child. But if you think that that is a good time to bond with your kid, then you should teach your child. So what all stuff you need to do yourself, and what all stuff you need to delegate to someone else or to hire help for something, that has to be decided by the amount of energy you feel or you get drained, whether you get charged up by doing that activity, or whether your battery gets discharged by doing that activity. So when I realized that I'm ADHD, I decided to delegate the organizational part of the house, because I realized that managing almiras, managing stuff in the house gives me so much stress. So I told my maid to do that, and I also told them that I might throw stuff everywhere. You have to keep it in place. That does not excuse me from taking on responsibility for organizing my own stuff, but yes, that helps me a lot in keeping myself sane when I have to focus so much on my son, his tantrums, his behaviors, or his special treatment part. Initially, when my son used to go to therapies, I used to take him every day after the work. Later on, I asked my maid only. I gave her extra money to, drop my kid to therapy. And on my way back from work, I would pick up my son from the therapy. So some arrangements have to be made. Somebody can drop, somebody can pick, or somebody can drop. And I used to reach directly to the therapy center. If the therapy needs mother to stay there, I used to reach there directly. So rather than, making your life difficult, you're going home, you're picking your son, you're taking him to therapy, you can divide some part of that. Somebody can drop, you can pick. I hired a cook for myself so that once I go home after taking my son from therapy, I don't have to cook. Also, I see parents running to, pick up their son from school and dropping their son to school in the morning. And I always take school transport or a van, or I try to send my son with other kids rather than, dropping or picking up from school myself. That just adds to make your life even more difficult. And also, the child learns to sit with other kids. Of course, your child should be able to sit with other kids, but if you start exposing your kids from the beginning, then they learn it earlier and the better. If you're a working mother, if you can afford a car, learning how to drive is a very crucial thing to be able to manage life, rather than depending on others to, drop you somewhere, pick you from somewhere, or rather than depending only on cabs for all this stuff, or rather than depending on public transport. If you know how to drive, that will make your life easy. A very important part of running a household is management. When you are handling too many things, kids, house, jobs, then management becomes the most crucial part. And management people are the people that get paid the maximum in a company. So imagine that how important is the management part in any situation. So I tell all my friends who downrightly who do the every household work by themselves. I just tell them one thing कि अगर तुम मजदूरी ही करते रहोगे तो मैनेजरी कब करोगे. तो आप या तो ज़िंदगी में मजदूरी कर सकते हो या आप मैनेजरी कर सकते हो. आप 2,000 रुपये बचाने के चक्कर में अगर कोई काम खुद कर रहे हो, आप शायद 20,000 का अपना नुकसान कर रहे हो बाय नॉट मैनेजिंग द सिचुएशन इफेक्टिवली. क्योंकि आपका टाइम एनर्जी लिमिटेड है. आप अगर अपना टाइम एनर्जी किसी एक काम में लगा रहे हो तो फिर दूसरे काम के लिए आप अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते. आप अगर फिजिकली आप अपने आप को ड्रेन कर दोगे तो आप बच्चे के लिए इमोशनली अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते. आप अपने आप के लिए इमोशनली अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते, अपने फैमिली के लिए इमोशनली अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते. In today's date, from morning till evening, I don't do anything in my house, and I focus all my energy on two things: nurturing myself and nurturing my child. I invest my time in doing things that I love to do, like I love reading books, or I love any art form, or I love socializing, and I invest that time with my son, with him to play badminton, to do cycling, or to talk with him, or to just enjoy with him, to read books with him, or to help him make videos for his channel. So things like that. So I realized one thing: if I am happy, I can keep him happy. And as the rule goes, oxygen mask first has to be put on yourself. So you have to identify what is making you crazy and what is making you sane. And you have to do things in life that can keep your head in place. If your head is in place, if you are relaxed, if you are calm, if you are happy, then only you can manage a child better. Then only you can manage the complicated demands of being a mother to a special child better. So, in order to make this work life balance, you have to do a work that you love, and you have to do things in your home that you love, and you have to delegate all other things to other people. If some, you can ask for help or you can hire help. Coming on to automation. Automation means things that are to be done every day. Things that are to be done every week or every month needs to have a structure. Not just you doing it all the time. They need to have a structure. So for example, if you are going to market to buy milk every day or buy bread every day, then rather than going to market every day, you find a app like BB Daily, and you just enter into that to deliver a certain bread or milk or paneer or dahi either every day. Or suppose you need paneer, then you can book that paneer every alternate day. You can book eggs once every week. You should calculate in advance how many eggs you need for a week, and you can order pre-order that for every Sunday. Or you can, if you need a bread every third day, then you can already in advance book a brown bread packet every third day. These things, like, so like going to a place buying things, you can, or you have already automated. Now you don't have to put your energy every day into this. Rather, if you have time, then you can go to park and have some 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes walk, energizing walk for yourself, rather than running errands for buying stuff. Suppose you go to grocery, suppose if you're an ADHD mom like me, you'll end up forgetting stuff. Suddenly in the morning you'll remember to buy something. You need a coffee and the coffee is finished, or you are making tea and milk is finished. Something, your guests are coming and some food is finished. Then you need to, rather than shouting on people, sending people to market immediately, you can use Blinkit and Zepto apps. They deliver stuff within 10 minutes. I don't know if they are working in your city, but you can try and automate things. If you're going to pay bills, so these days nobody goes and pays bills, but you can do that online. So there are so many ways to automate the lifestyle that you have. So that is important. Delegation and automation, you have to find how to automate things, and you have to find how to delegate things and make your life easy. And the biggest thing that people need to understand is that peace of mind has to be given the topmost priority, number one priority. Peace of mind is highly underrated. So when it comes to giving priority to saving some money or saving some peace, then you should spend some money and have some peace. So that is where priorities come. So if you can take decisions in your life which gives you more peace, maybe less money. So like I decided to switch from private sector to government sector with one third of salary and three times the work satisfaction. That's like prioritizing peace over and above everything else. So if you constantly prioritize peace, happiness, and smile on your faces, your and your son's or your and your daughter's faces, then you are in the right direction. If you are a professional and you are earning, that means you are doing three full-time jobs. You are managing a house full-time, you are managing a kid full-time, that too a special kid, and you are doing a job. So you're doing three full-time job. And if you're earning and if you can't invest a percentage of your salary in making your life easy, then one day your job will become a burden on you and you'll end up leaving that job. So don't give this excuse that even when I'm working, I can't afford to, hire help. Don't give this excuse. Because if you don't hire help today, if you don't help yourself today, one day you might have to leave your job. So what's the point anyways? Thank you.